Welcome to One Mind Zen. Tonight's Dharma talk is given by Haengdal Citta.
I wanted to talk this evening about well-worn paths and the many ways that they appear in our lives. So a path serves an obvious purpose. Let's say you build a cabin and you have a water source and you cut a trail to the water source, and at first it's rough, and then you clear some of the undergrowth and the brush, and you trim back some of the trees, and you walk back and forth carrying a bucket for a period of years. And it becomes a well-worn path. It becomes an easy path, a comfortable path. It serves a purpose because we've worked the path into a place that serves a purpose for us, for our needs, for the needs of others who may share that path. And there are all kinds of paths like this. There are the paths that our many ancestors and teachers have blazed for us, have figured out and cleared and made a way for us to find our way towards discovery. There are the paths we develop that are like muscle memory, whether it's meditation or like in martial arts doing katas, where you repeat a motion over and over again until it becomes second nature. And then it's simple, it's elegant. But sometimes, like all things, because we study the middle way, there can be problems with the paths that we wear into things. To give you an example, who has ever driven the same way to work every day after day, year after year? You leave home, you follow the same roads, the same turns, the same signals, and you get to work. Until at some point, you're kind of on autopilot, and you find yourself someday arriving at work and you don't remember how you got there. There was no mindfulness involved. You've just worn the path and you followed the path without being mindful of what you're doing. You just arrive. You were lost somewhere. And then eventually, you leave your house and you're going somewhere different. You're going to the store. You're going to meet someone for coffee. But you're on that same autopilot. And so you find that you've missed your turn and you're pulling into the parking lot at work, except you didn't intend to go to work. You just left home and automatically drove to work. And you missed the turn for where you really wanted to be because you just followed the path and you were on autopilot. You were no longer mindful. So where does the slip in mindfulness fall into what we'll call an unskillful action on the same well-worn path? When we have the habitual patterns of mind, of thought, of action, where mindlessly we just follow along. Now, this falls into the category of if Buddha didn't say it, he should have. But in this case, it's Marcus Aurelius. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. That's another well-worn path. Because our thoughts, our habitual mental fixations, patterns, also follow these well-worn paths. They get stuck in a rut and they follow it easily, mindlessly. We just get in the path. We just follow it. We just walk along, lost. And it's a true statement that our karma, our soul, whatever you want to pattern it, whatever you want to name it, becomes dyed, colored, affected by the pattern we follow. So San said that though someone may injure you in some way, you must keep a settled, not moving mind. Do not give in to anger or resentment. When even a single angry thought appears in your mind, countless obstacles are born. And continued with defilements of the mind are numberless. Anger is the most severe. Our world is very angry. And one could make the argument that this happens all the time, or it runs in phases, or it runs in cycles. But in observing the daily news, whatever one's particular political set of beliefs, religious set of beliefs, we're angry. And it has become such a well-worn path, such a mental fixation, that anger feeds upon itself. Just like following the old path from the cabin to the water source with the bucket. Just like following the path to work and forgetting to detour to the store or the coffee house. Fed by social media, aggrievements, angers, frustrations, we build a path in our mental constructs and in our mind that becomes so well worn that it's comfortable, even if it burns us and all around us. Of the three primary poisons, anger, hatred, born, of course, of ignorance, of lack of understanding, of creating self and other, because we require someone to be angry at. And so we other. We change our reality to refuse to accept that this other is still a part of us, is still the seamless body of all sentient beings. And we follow a path of anger that we have worn down until it is comfortable, easy, simple, and mindless. And we just react with anger, we feel with anger, because it's simple, it's easy. We follow the path. We follow the social media feed that guarantees the path that we have already chosen. We follow this path to the detriment of ourselves, our brothers and sisters, the other sentient beings of our world. In the Dhammapada, one of the original verses of Buddhism, teaching supposedly directly from the Buddha, the origin of our entire religious system, the first section, verses in twins, this advice was given. And it's amazing how similar it is to Marcus Aurelius. I have my own theories about Stoicism and Buddhism, but all that we are is a result of what we have thought. It is founded on our thoughts. It is made up of our thoughts. If a man speaks or acts with an evil thought, pain follows him as the wheel follows the foot of the ox that draws the carriage. All that we are is the result of what we have thought. It is founded on our thoughts. It is made up of our thoughts. If a man speaks or acts with a pure thought, happiness follows him, like a shadow that never leaves him. He abused me, he beat me, he defeated me, he robbed me. And those who harbor such thoughts, hatred will never cease. He abused me, he beat me, he defeated me, he robbed me, and those who do not harbor such thoughts, hatred will cease. For hatred does not cease by hatred at any time. Hatred ceases by love. This is an old rule. So my challenge, my request, my prayer, my hope for all of us, all beings that continue to fall into the well-worn paths of anger, of hatred, of engaging in the fallacy of self and other, where other is to blame for our own karma, who fall into the well-worn path of seeking retribution and of vengeance instead of seeking to save and to help all sentient beings. The request is to examine that well-worn path and see if it truly goes in a direction that you wish to go, or if it is time to blaze a new path in the heart and in the mind.